Hi everyone, my name is Precious, aka Precious the Beloved, and welcome back to my show. I have here with me my sister. She doesn't need any other introduction. Oh yeah, mention your name,
My name is Tomira Samson.
aka Mommy Gio.
Mm. Do you really have to say that?
Of course,
I'm not Mommy Gio, please. My name is
she is.
Tomira
Oh,
Samson.
she's Mommy Gio,
Mommy Gio.
Sister Glory of
Do I
Life.
look like Mommy Gio?
All right, so today we're going to be talking about another topic, and this topic is going to be about do you think you should give unsolicited advice to your single friends as a married woman or married man, right? So a married man or a married woman, do you think you should give unsolicited advice to your single friends? Let's just say that. Like I mean, so I'm married and
Anyway, for me, I would come in from. Okay, let me come in from a story. Though it's not the person was not really giving like unsolicited advices, but then the fact that the person was my sister's friend. They've been friends since childhood, and they grew up together and everything. So she got married before my sister. My elder sister. She got married before my elder sister, and after marriage, she now started giving attitudes to my sister. For somebody that will come to our house, pass the night, they were literally like twins, So she got married and she started giving my sister attitude, and my sister will call her and she'll start answering on the phone with, this type of Madame
Big
Superior
madam.
voice. And okay, so finally one day, that was how she now confronted my sister. She was not like, sure, feel pay. Torí mo ti marry nsìn kò yẹ kó máa larúkọ mọ́ mi lórí mọ́. Like, you guys were friends, you grew up together. Though I'm not saying that maybe my sister was rude or something, but like, can you pay me and you now, we grew up together. Like, in fact, sometimes you come over to our house to sleep, hang out, go almost everywhere together. And you got married before me, and you now say, okay, now that you're married, I should start calling you auntie.
auntie.
Just because she got married before me, and my sister was like,
or maybe she wanted her to call her by the name of her kid.
no, she specifically said, oh, feel pay, oh yeah, come back. She was not joking. In fact, initially I thought she was joking. I was like, when she ring, until she started using it to react, and she was like, Mr. Fek, mama pè mí lórúkọ mọ́. At least mo ti surgery and marry now, ma pè mí auntie. Me like bullshit, and I was like, asasa. Hey, just because you married though, like she now carried the whole thing on her head, and for that my sister really felt bad because we didn't even know she had that type of a character in her. But yeah, the whole thing. Though now I think they are cool, but it's not be like before now.
I mean, so did she end up like calling her auntie?
Auntie call Auntie Christ.
You're like auntie married woman. Like, how are you?
No be only auntie. Call her name like this, it's like she should not answer.
I mean, it's just funny. Like, we spoke about, I think there's like, we were discussing about marriage being an achievement to people. And like, I mean, maybe for her, she just felt like, okay, marriage is, now that I'm married.
Like, she not carried the block of marriage and being not married on her
like, I'm no longer on your level.
I'm not on your level. Okay, well, Mrs. Married woman. Anyway, it doesn't just end there. For some married women, they now overdo it. Like, because your friends are still single, everybody has reason and everybody has their time. And the fact that you got married before your friends does not mean that you're now more superior than they are, or does not mean you guys are no more friends, or does not mean that, except the person is like has a bad attitude, that you need to cut off, so that the person does not spoil your home or whatever. But if you guys are in Christ and there's mutual respect, I see no reason why you should not continue with your friendships even after marriage.
After marriage,
yeah. So for you to now be placing yourself on a superior level, like Miss in class one, Miss in level one, like what's married. So when you now see your friends, you're now like, so taking stuff fine. Let me tell you, guys don't like girls that are dark. So I don't know if you can start using cream
so you can bleach.
Like the type of cream I'm using that will bring out your color, so you can get married, and
sounds like a movie to me.
Yeah. No, it's actually happening, okay? And I'm sure our audience, one way or the other, must have experienced something like that. I don't know. like it may not directly be what I am saying, but your own experience may be different, and I really love for you to drop it in the comment section, like your married friend, either male or female, how they now started giving you attitude just because, or how they started giving you unsolicited advice, like bó ṣe ń ṣe life yìí ó lè rọ́kọ fẹ́ báyìí, the way you're doing your life, you can't
And what would
marry.
you do if somebody should say that to you just because you're single?
Well, I don't think my circle of friends can actually do that to me. I have lovely people. Would you do that to me?
I mean, no. I mean, no, not really, but no, actually, not really. But I'm just thinking
Not really.
No,
So like there's a probability
God
that you
forbid. Look, marriage.
Mrs. Tosin, Precious Tosin.
No, jeez, no,
really.
I'm not going to do
Really,
that.
not
no.
really.
But jokes apart, though, no, I don't agree with that. Just because you're married does not mean you're better than, like, your single friends. I really feel that there's, like you said, timing for everyone. Just because you've gone ahead does not mean you will stay ahead. That's just the honest truth.
And when they get married after your own marriage, theirs will be the latest.
Exactly.
So
Tell
why
them.
are you now
Exactly.
on top of what?
I mean, I know, like, okay, some people can just, like, but looking at it from a different perspective, like, I have single friends.
Okay.
And sometimes I try to give them advice, like, okay, maybe some mistakes that I've made, like, being single and now being able to cross over. Like, if I've made mistakes, and I'll give you a typical example.
Okay.
Like, I remember when I was single, like, I had, like, different people trying to talk to me.
Okay.
And because I had an ideal in my mind, like, once they walk up to me, and you're not just...
What's the ideal?
My ideal is Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
She wants free information. Not
Yes,
pearls.
Fuji's.
No.
Fuji's. Don't you want the Fuji's?
No. But sincerely, like, cause then I had my ideal and my deal breakers and whatever. So once I feel like you're not even close to that, I'm not even going to give you any chance.
Red card.
But looking back, I feel that for everyone that comes to talk to you, yes, you guys don't have to date, but God can bring them into your life for a different reason. Their intention may be that, I want to date you, I like you. But, like, if you really get to know them and you talk to them, just be polite, like, talk to them like, oh, I'm not interested, and just be friendly, be kind. You don't know, you never know, like, why God brought them
your way.
Like, I mean, I have people in my life that, now I have people in my life that, the reason why, we're connected, the reason why we were connected, right? The reason why we were connected back then was to hook us up, not hook up, like, but to
like
connect us,
up.
like, but to connect us. But now we're good friends, really. And, like, we discovered, like, there's a particular person that we discovered that immediately, like, the lady gave him, like, my number to call me, and I said, I beg, like, I asked him questions. I'm like, nope, it's not going to happen. And we started talking about revival.
Okay.
And then from there, like, we started talking about God, about the Bible, and instantly we both knew right there that, the reason why God connected us was because of prayer and revival, because we had that in common, right? But imagine if I was just so mean to him and I was just, So I'm just saying that for single people, so for me, looking at it from that perspective, I tell my single friends, like, hey, when you meet people, don't just discard them like that. Get to know them, like, why is God bringing this person my way? Like, is it for...
that's an advice with a real life experience, something like that. Not unsolicited advice that you now start poking your nose into somebody else's business.
Like, don't wear that, those no single guy. But I mean, it depends on your relationship with the person, though. Like, for example, if it's a friend that I'm really so close to, but we can say jokingly to each other, like, no, like, I want you to get married this year. Make sure that you dress nice. You have to look good.
Nice. Please,
like,
let's go out.
So,
you get right.
I mean, but some people can also consider that to be...
And some can overdo.
No, they overdoing.
And I also think you should just study the type of friends you have. If they get hurt with words easily, like, okay, why are you guys friends if you don't know each other, at least to an extent? Do I know people pretend and all, but then you should be able to tell that, okay, this person does not like me saying this type of things, or this person
Exactly.
withdraws each time I make jokes
Yeah,
like this.
yeah, you
This
be able
person, so you should be able to
to
tell
discern.
and
Yeah.
discern people's feelings. For
Mm-hmm.
some, they may have the emotional stamina to carry it. For some, they may feel so hurt
Exactly.
for what you're saying. And words are like eggs. Once they are
Mm-hmm.
broken,
You can pack
you can
it.
pack it. So,
I totally agree.
and there's also an aspect of, especially for the guys, maybe while they're in school, they're the type of friends they kept and all. Okay, now getting married, the woman may not be so comfortable with that type of circle. Guys sometimes they might want to be boys, raz, they want to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. They
Mm-hmm.
want to be boys. They want to, and they may, in a way, be making the guy irresponsible as a married man.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's an aspect of, okay, maybe you have some friends that they don't really have anything important they're doing in your life apart from, okay, let's go and flex, let's go and make noise, let's just go and be irresponsible. A wife or a friend can actually advise such a person that, this is your friend, so I'm not comfortable with them.
Like
And
advising the single person.
No, the married person.
Okay.
That it's your friends, though I'm not comfortable. The friends are the single ones.
Mm-hmm.
And so for the married person, you may now end up going back to tell those single guys that I'm not comfortable with you guys. You guys are making me irresponsible.
True.
Do you understand what I'm trying
Yes,
to say? So
yes.
those ones now may now feel bad. She's put him married because he's now
Exactly.
married.
That
Now he
makes
doesn't want
sense.
to hang with us anymore.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, there's a it's just
I mean, but again, I just feel truthfully.
dicey.
Another thing that I've noticed is, have you kind of like I mean, I remember, or should I say, when I was single, right? Before I got married, like some of my friends that got married, they stopped talking to me. I mean, I was wondering why, right? They stopped talking to me, but to me, it's okay, right?
It's a super story. A super sorrow.
I mean, they stopped
Do you know the
talking-
lyrics to Super Story? Yeah, sing it.
No, I don't actually.
Sing it.
No, I don't.
Just sing it.
I don't know Super Story. I've never watched
okay.
Super Story. What was
Oyibo
Super Story?
pepper, chuku pepper.
Anyway, as we were talking about Abi, don't let me tap on the set. As we were saying, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, some of my friends actually, like, then they stopped talking to me, and I was wondering why. And I actually have another friend, and I'll give you a scenario. This is my particular friend, right? I guess the other one was engaged, about to be married, or something like that. So she would, like, she got married, she had a baby. She would now call my other friend. Me, I was still single. She was married. No, she was married then.
The other
Like, she
friend
called
too
the
was
other
married.
friend. The other friend was married. So she called the other friend, invite her to events and blah blah blah. And the other one will come like, are you not coming? Like,
This person didn't call you. This
and
person
I'm
didn't
like,
invite
she
you.
didn't tell me anything. Or that maybe it's
Married
people
Events
stuff.
for
I
married
mean,
people.
she did get. But then the moment she heard that I got married, she was the first to send me a message like, come and gist me about this marriage, like, who you got married to,
Really?
blah blah blah. I'm telling you, like, all of a sudden trying to be my friend. I'm like, Lila, it's not going to happen. Shebi, you don't want
Where
to be
have
my
you been all
friend.
these
I'm
days
telling you,
when
like,
I've been single and lonely.
because the truth is, marriage, like we always like, marriage is not the ultimate achievement that you feel that just because you're married, you can't even
Now
really
class
deal
yourself.
with, yeah, you can't deal with your single friends anymore. You can't give them like, you can, like, you have to start giving them like unsolicited advice, or like making, like, or just making it sound as if like you're the all-knowing now, like now you know what men want and what men doesn't. Yeah, like,
That's
I
the
mean,
word.
exactly. So for me, I just feel that, is it okay to give like your single friends unsolicited advice, or like should you just mind your business? Like you said, if you know that the advice you're giving, the person is not receiving it well, keep it to yourself, right? If they seek for advice,
It's a different thing if they come and meet you and say, okay,
please advise me.
advise me.
But another thing is, some people would come and ask you for advice, but they're not ready for your advice. Trust
yeah,
me.
that's true.
So, like, a friend once told me that before he gives anyone any advice, you have to ask him 3 times. The first time, he's like, maybe this person wants it. The second time, like, maybe they really want it. right? Or maybe but the third time, like, okay, now this
Now you're
person really,
serious.
yes, exactly.
But
So,
then who has that luxury of time to be asking for advice 3 times?
my
If
sister,
you're
if you're
not
coming,
available.
so if you're coming in, like, you're telling me, like, knowing fully well that, okay, I've made some mistakes in the past. I'm just saying, like,
Okay.
example, maybe I've made some mistakes in the past. I feel that I don't want you as my single friend
Okay.
to make that same mistake.
Okay.
Or you're coming to tell me about, like, oh, how this guy, and you're seeing all the red flags, right? And you're like, don't ignore, but the person is feeling, I said, like, Jojo, is it because you're married now? Like, is that why you're trying to tell me who to date and who not to date? That kind of thing now. Maybe if the person comes back to you for advice, would you not say, you would just be listening? Like, oh, so this guy said my head is not correct. I'm like, it is well, my sister. Did you not hear what I said? But this guy said my head is not correct. What do you think? My sister, it is well. Right? But I know, but sincerely, like, what do you really think? This guy said my head is not correct. Do you think I should date him or not? Then I can be like, if it was me, if I had to be in your shoes, this is what I would do.
Go ahead. If your head is not really
because
correct,
you have to be very
go
careful.
ahead.
I'm telling you, like, because you have to be very careful about, like, like, you thinking you're trying to give someone an advice versus, like, the person receiving it, like, who asked you, right? So, but I'd like to hear from the audience. Like, do you think it's right to give unsolicited advice to your friends, and what actually do you consider to be an unsolicited advice? I bet English is my second language. Like, and what do you consider to be an unsolicited advice, really? Right? Thank you so much for watching this episode, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye. Oh yeah, blow your kisses.